Alright, today we're going to be working on a 2017 3.6 V6 Jeep. So there's three things that is underneath this intake that is, let's say, important. First off, we have a lifter tick that is in the back side over here. We also have the coil pack, the second. I think this is one, two, yeah. So this one right here, the spark plug, and the coil pack needs to be replaced. So I ordered the kit, and then the third one, which case will be in a couple of days. This right here is the oil cooler for the this water cooled, oil cooler, whatever, for this car. And as I'll notice, there is like a little seepage, leak down there, and that is the plastic one. If you have the plastic one, it'll be plastic cap, and then the plastic base right here on these 3.6. They come in a variety of cars, Jeeps, Dodge. There's a very bunch of, it's Chrysler, Jeeps, Dodge. There's some other cars too. It's just the V6, 3.6 V6, and these are common issues. The tick. What's that rocker? It has that little. You'll notice when you start it up, it's god awful. It doesn't really hurt the car, but over time, if you don't solidify it, it'll start chewing it into the cam. So this one right here is just getting, pretty bad. So I'm gonna replace that lifter, replace the coil packs and spark plugs, and also take this out. So I'm going to remove this whole intake and get to the point. Now it's more easy to get to everything that you need to get to, like the valve covers. So there's the first set of gaskets, and underneath this is the second set of gaskets. And what you got to do, of course, this is just a foam piece. So here's a fuel rail. Whoopsie. But anyways, this is the fuel rail. It goes around, feeds the injectors. You unplug all the pigtails, all sides, and then this piece right here comes off. Then you're exposed for the filter. So it's just this right here, all the little pigtails, and of course, this one right here, this one, this one, this one. And there's little prongs right there. This one, and then that whole piece comes right out with the fuel rails. All that stuff, you're not touching the fuel rails, you're not pulling these off right here. They're just plastic. But anyways, it's a simple design. It's not that hard. It took me like 20 minutes to get the intake off, because there's this bolt, and there's two bolts in the bracket, in which case I always take the bracket off. And yeah, so these are the original coil packs with the thing. So it never been, I don't think it ever been serviced, because these are just the original gaskets. Oh my god, it's at 150 something thousand miles, and they just never changed nothing. So it's cylinder 2 having a miss. So 2, 4, 6, 1, 3. Yeah. But anyways, I had to show you down there, but you can't really see it. But yeah, I'm gonna take this off and show you what's the whole thing. Alrighty, so as I got this out, this is very easy. It's literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Simple as that. You take this plastic one off. It was already slowly leaking. This is the original one on this car, and as you see right now, it's leaking oil. Like, it was leaking oil up here. So that needed to be replaced, and the coolant, you'll start to smell it. It'll start to have a small little settle of like smelling, whatever. So what I'm gonna do is get my shop vac, and I'm just gonna suck all that out, pull this coolant line off, and wait for that part to come in. And then I'm just going to get this valve cover off. So I'm gonna remove the coil packs on that side, get these bolts right here, pull everything away from each other, and yeah, we're about to get to the rocker. So I'll probably, when I get this stuff done, I'm gonna put this back. I'm gonna change the spark plugs, and then change the coil packs, put everything back, and then just kind of leave it as we're here until I get the part for this one. So these plastic ones, they fell over 100K. It's proven. I've worked on 2 of them already, and this is the 3rd one. So when they have this plastic one, replace it while you're in there. It's 50 bucks, 60 bucks, whatever. You get you one on eBay while you're doing the spark plugs. It's just a little bit more of a process to get to it, but it's not that hard. And once you're already in here, it comes with the gasket kit too, since you're already replacing the spark plugs and everything. You clean up everything and do the whole 9 yards. But anyways, I'm gonna get this completely off, and then I'm gonna tackle that, and I'm gonna show you which rocker it is. All right, as you see, there's tape over the intake ports. Very extra precaution. You don't have to do this, but it's very good. If you do drop a bolt, it just bounce off and it won't go inside the motor. That's just one of those things that you want to take just a little bit of time. Other than that, if you do this, whatever, just make sure you remove it when you install it. That's just one of those things, but you don't have to do this, but it just ease of mind when you taking stuff off and moving things and breaking clips and X, Y, and Z, etc., etc. It just doesn't fall off in there. So that is one of those things you can do. Now we'll get this removed. All right, so I just thought it was one lifter, but it's actually, or rocker arm, but it's actually 2. There's one right here and one right here. So these are bad. All you gotta do is flick them. They don't move. That's good. That's what they don't need to move. All these are good. So what you have to do is, of course, when you're pulling the cam, you just want to raise it up just a little bit to pull that out, and to get the lifter out. So yeah, that's one of those things you just gotta do, and it's very, very tedious, but it's worth it, so don't have that clacking and clicking and all that. That rocker is completely down. This one is, yeah, like that one's loose. And that one's, you can see the thing moving up and down on that one. And over time, it just, you know, it's a shitty design. So what I'm gonna do is get this one replaced and this one replaced. This one is the Boris 1. That's what you're hearing. This was not bad, but it's following up with this one. So might as well go get it replaced since you're already in here, and it's on that one. This side is good. That side on the exhaust side is good. It just, you want to replace it before it gets worse. And that's just one of those things. A lot of people just don't. They just ride on them, and it just chews up the cam. So it has like a little bit of scoring, but I mean, for what it is, I mean, it is, you know, it should be just fine. But anyways, I'm gonna get this all out, and then I'm gonna see if O'Reilly's carry one of these, so I can just go pick it up. It's just 20 bucks on eBay. This is the part number, so it should not move at all. This is a, yeah. It's actually a shitty design. It's just retarded. But they design cars to fail. If you don't, do those things, that's what happens. And over time, start having a weird miss. And since this is a cylinder too, it's a coil pack issue. It would have been on that one. It would have been on number 5. So it wasn't showing miss on that. So that's a good thing. It drove fine. It just had that clacking and a miss on this. So I'm gonna replace this. Of course, I'm gonna replace all the coil packs, and I'm gonna replace that one, and then get that one replaced as well. So I won't get that one done. Let's see how it goes. Alrighty. See, no ticking. Sounds good. At first it was like, but now it's smooth like it's supposed to. Yeah. Okay. Sounds really good. No check engine light, no nothing like that. No check engine light. That sounds like an exhaust leak or a rattle. Sounds good. No, usually when I rev it up, the check engine light will flash. So now she is good. Yes, sir. No leaks here. No smell that coolant leak no more. That's how you get it done. Take the time, effort, and patience. No smoking, no leaking, no ticking. Good in my book.